Not a day goes by in Star Citizen when you don't hear a player complaining about the fact that, oh, somebody blew me up, somebody destroyed my ship, someone torpedoed me at the landing pad at Bezdek or whatever, rawr, I'm so angry. And I think that kind of one of the reasons why so much of this happens and why so many people kind of get flustered by this is there's a lot of people out there who, in lieu of playing Star Citizen, because, once again, it's incomplete, and I mean, there is a certain degree of progression right now, but we're all very, very highly dubious of that it's permanent progression. And it's certainly been the topic of many, many videos over the years on this channel, player progression in Star Citizen. But in lieu of that, I think a lot of players also enjoy to play Elite Dangerous, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I certainly dabble in Elite from time to time. And once I saw that newest Odyssey trailer, I was just like, holy crap, this is something I kind of want to talk about. But I think that Elite Dangerous is, in a way, it's kind of the ideal MMO for the player who occasionally wants to play with other people, but largely wants to treat an MMO as a single player experience. I think Elite is an excellent game for that. Now, some people kind of get seduced into Star Citizen because of, Star Citizen's, shall we say, fetish for detail. And, Star Citizen visually is very impressive. You can go to the Star Citizen Reddit any day of the week and you can see just the impressive visuals and vistas and a whole host of sunset screenshots that'll just wow you with how much detail there is in Star Citizen. But realistically, I think that a lot of people kind of go in there and they kind of feel that it should be somewhat the Elite experience, that I should be able to go into the universe and just kind of putz around at my own pace, do things at my own pace. And I shouldn't really, I mean, we call it dangerous, but it really isn't going to be all that dangerous. With Elite, you can just go into solo mode whenever you want at seemingly no personal cost, and you can enjoy hours and hours and hours in the universe without ever having to worry about running into another player if you don't want that to happen, and the possibility of that being a very negative experience for you. Whereas in Star Citizen, that possibility, that threat, that danger is always there. It's always a possibility. And I find that when I see these comments about my ship was blown up at a certain landing site, or someone collided with my ship, or someone blew me up in space, when people get mad about that, I often find that, I'm kind of looking at those comments and I'm realizing that that person is approaching Star Citizen as though it was Elite Dangerous in terms of, the danger level where other players are concerned. That they're viewing it that it should be a much more, friendly experience than it ever was truly going to be. I mean, you can talk, like, people often like to say that no, Star Citizen was never billed as open world PvP. It always was billed as open world PvP. We knew that from the beginning. There were going to be no 100% safe spaces in Star Citizen. And we even get to see that when the CIG is talking about removing armistice zones from all the space stations. I mean, there it is in black and white, when developers are talking about, that we're removing the armistice zones, and, talking about it repeatedly. I mean, people are acting about like this new announcement or this new discussion about this coming in an upcoming update was brand new news when they've been talking about this for years, right? Star Citizen is not a single player MMO like something like Elite is, and that's not in any way to make fun of Elite or to say anything about people who play Elite Dangerous, because certainly I've been dabbling more and more with Elite recently, and I plan to continue to do so, simply because there's a lot of things that I want to get done in that game. And seeing the new Odyssey trailer, which is something I want to talk about in the future, has kind of really lit a fire under me to get certain things done. As you can see, I was finally getting my Guardian frameshift drive booster upgraded to, unlocked finally. I know. To open up some more doors, or to make it easier to get through some other doors to start unlocking other things like prismatic shields and whatnot. There's a lot that I realized that I kind of have to do. And I've been looking at that new Odyssey update, and certainly when I look at Elite Dangerous, I don't look down my nose at it at all. I think that Elite Dangerous is a fantastic looking game. There are certain elements that it has that Star Citizen doesn't, mainly in terms of completed game loops, but there are certain elements that Star Citizen has that Elite doesn't. I mean, certainly while the Odyssey trailer is impressive, it in no way kind of, looking at the bars and the stations that they build, it doesn't equate a place like Grim Hex or something like that. And while I find that Star Citizen is probably going to be a smaller but much more granularly detailed universe, Elite Dangerous is going to be a much broader universe. And I find that neither of these games is kind of incompatible with my tastes, but certainly when I look at a game like Elite, if I'm thinking about wandering around through the universe solo and just exploring and getting things done at my own pace, Elite seems much more like the game that I would want to use to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that, I've certainly made a few jokes about Elite over the years. One of the I think funnier private jokes that I've made about Elite in the past is I joked with somebody that I could understand why a certain someone that I knew played Elite so much, and I said because Elite is basically Star Citizen for stoners. but it's not a bad game. In fact, it's a great chill mode game to play. It really is. And, if you're kind of feeling like, hey, this weekend, no, I just kind of want to chill on my own and play a space game, Elite is looking pretty damn good. And with Odyssey coming up and what we're seeing in the trailers, is it down to the level of detail that Star Citizen is? No. And it is its distinct own type of space experience. But it's still a good one. It really is a good one, and I do enjoy it. More and more that I learn how certain things work within the game and adapt to those systems. It's almost like a hybrid between Star Citizen and EVE Online in a way, I find, oddly enough. And I really dig it. So I understand why people get upset sometimes when they talk about, oh, my ship was blown up. But if you're just kind of looking for that solo and much more enjoyable and in a way safer space game experience, then Elite is not a bad idea, and it looks like it is going to be getting much better in the future in terms of Space Legs or Odyssey or whatever you want to call it. Well, I believe the official name is Odyssey, sorry, but it is looking like a pretty damn good experience. And maybe when you have more people or more friends online, you want to play a much more organized and much more commitment-oriented game like Star Citizen, then maybe that's the time. And you can just kind of switch back and forth between the two. But if you're ever thinking that Star Citizen is going to be quite like Elite, where you can just have a solo mode button and you can enjoy it without having to worry about, oh no, there could be bombers out there, or there could be someone trying to sneak onto my ship, or oh my god, where are all the armistice zones? Elite's probably more the speed of a game that you're looking for, or just, I would say, the flavor of game that you're looking for. Not one is better than the other, one player's better than the other, as some would assert. I find that this is maybe just more of the experience that you're looking for. And truthfully, it's not a bad experience. I'm certainly willing to put more time into it now that I've seen what's coming up, just to kind of build something up for fun to just play chill mode on the side. I don't know. Something to think about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.
thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.